Hey guys, it's Grand Admiral Thrawn, and I don't exactly have any DC masks for today's video, so I'm wearing a Deadpool mask. I know I might be wearing the enemy's mask if you're a DC fan, but oh, anyway, so a while ago I made a Peacemaker DC 7-inch figure review, and that was basically it. And now that my month of May the Force Be With You is over, I'm gonna occasionally be doing a video here and there that doesn't relate to Star Wars, because let's face it, my channel is 90% Star Wars. Anyway, now that that's all over with, right out of the gate, I'm sure you noticed this with the Bloodsport figure. He has swords. I don't remember one scene in the Suicide Squad where Bloodsport had swords. Okay, the thing with Peacemaker, he actually did use a sword in the movie. So that I'm fine with. I still would have preferred a gun, but I could at least accept them giving Peacemaker a sword. Bloodsport, why would they give him swords? It makes no sense. But yeah, and then the worst part is the one hand barely even holds the swords like that. This one here, it can hold it. But looking closely at his hands, they clearly look designed to hold a gun, not a sword. They have the one finger like it's in the trigger hole. And yeah, is it just me or does this figure kind of look more like Deathstroke than it does Bloodsport? Like if it was some other animated movie where they said, hey, make it look like Deathstroke, but different. It's just the mask. I actually like the mask, and then I don't know if they did this for Bloodsport or not. They did it for Peacemaker, where you can buy the figure without the mask, which didn't make much sense since it was just the Suicide Squad for Peacemaker before the Peacemaker show came out, so that one didn't make much sense. I don't remember if they did one for Bloodsport or not. I'll have to look into that. Other than that, though, I do really like the detailing on this figure. I think it's a little too orange, like, yeah, he had some color to it, but it wasn't as bright of an orange. Like, it might not be that way from the camera, but up close, this figure is a bit too orange, I think. So there's that. Yeah, my biggest issue, though, with the figure is definitely going to be that they didn't give him guns. That's Bloodsport's whole thing. He can make any kind of gun, really, with his, like, I don't even know what they're called, but he can make any kind of gun with them. He does have other weapons, like a bow and arrow slingshot thingy that he has, but that's not here, or anything, really. This figure is amazing at posability. The DC 7-inch figures are great at that. They have articulation everywhere. There's even articulation at the tip of his foot, like you can lift the tip of his boots up. That's really cool. Yeah. This figure came with, I believe it was the other arm. Peacemaker comes with the one arm. Bloodsport comes with the other arm. That when you get all the figures, you can make King Shark. So that was pretty cool. Yeah, it may seem like this figure has a ton of negatives, which it kind of does, but it also has some advantages. Like, for example, they make it look like he can grab his things that he then forms his gun stuff with. So that's pretty cool. Don't know why they didn't just give him a gun. But yeah. His armor looks really cool, and then his mask. That is the most accurate mask they have, because Bloodsport's mask looks like, honestly, not even a mask. It looks like just a dome, like you can't even see his face, except for the teeth they then have. So the mask, they did a really good job on. The figure comes with a little disc plate here that you can place him on for stances, like so. And he will not fall over then. Ta-da. It comes with the DC logo on it, right there. It's hard to see with the Deadpool mask on sometimes. Yeah, DC. And yeah, this figure comes with a lot of advantages. The armor looks like this, like how even when you move the leg, it still looks connected, like from here to here. I mean, no, from here and here, like these two spots, they still look connected even when you move the figure around. Yeah, this figure comes with great articulation and great detailing. I'll give it that. Weapons, it's definitely failing there. But it's got its advantages, I'll give it that. I don't actually keep the boxes for these figures because they're all basically the exact same, but they have the character's name on it, and that's it. so I don't really keep them. They don't even come with like an image of the character. Bloodsport did come with a card with his figure. I didn't do that in the Peacemaker one though, so I'm not going to do it in this one, although it's a good card. And yeah, I do believe that this figure, even though it has its disadvantages, has several advantages, as I stated earlier. Like, for example, even though it comes with a sword, I could see Bloodsport using a sword in combat, just, I don't think he would use two. That makes him seem very much like Deathstroke, like this figure is actually, if your child hadn't seen the movie and there was like a kid who's like, hey mom, buy me that Deathstroke. Yeah, it seems like that, because two swords. I think if Bloodsport did use a sword, he'd only use one. So that's what I don't really enjoy about it, the two swords. Yeah, I definitely think that the Peacemaker one's a little better, mainly just the weapons, but I still do like this figure, otherwise I never would have bought it. But yeah, it's got its flaws, but it's also got its advantages, so I'm gonna say like, I don't know, like in 7, because the coloring's a bit off, and then the swords is a big flaw with Bloodsport. Still like the figure. I recommend you get it if you're a fan of the Suicide Squad, or if you just want to get King Shark, because it's way easier than buying the big King Shark figure that's an individual one, when you could get the rest of the squad and then get King Shark. Speaking of the rest of the squad, where's Ratcatcher? They never made her figure. Like, what the heck? Where's Ratcatcher? Anyway, now that I've done Bloodsport and Peacemaker, I'm thinking I'll do Harley, then Polka Dot Man, and then King Shark. I do still like this figure. I feel like I have to clarify that. I do not hate the figure, even though I've mostly talked bad about it. I still like it. Yeah, this is Grand Admiral Thrawn signing off, and I look forward to our next encounter in my next video.